Alright, hello everyone, this is Kingdom, bringing you once again a game from efluxgaming.com's Dota 2 Arena Season 2. This is Spicy Mojo Potatoes versus Sexy Satyrs. This game went down last night, and this is probably, well, it's a farm fest, so just as a word of warning, this game is a little bit lengthier, but Chinese Dota what? But it's also one of the more anticipated matchups. Spicy Mojo Potatoes and Sexy Satyrs both are some of the more winning teams. They've both done very well so far in the league. So this game, especially since there's kind of a rivalry of some sort of friendly, make fun of each other sort going on between Zansa and Lust. Lust, of course, being a semi-pro player. He most notably recently, I think, with a team by the name of Lust is So Good. He took second in the Gozu Cup America. I mean, he may or may not have any ego issues, as are indicated by naming his team that, but you know, whatever. I'm not gonna judge. I'm just gonna, we're just gonna watch. We're just gonna Alright, draft so far. We've got for Sexy Satyrs, Thunder, Rubik, Darkseer, Storm Spirit. That's kind of a team fight lineup with Storm Spirit, of course, to start things off. Very energetic initiator. Not a strong laning solo mid, so we'll have to see. I guess Zansa's going to be playing the Brewmaster solo mid. So Storm Spirit might have some difficulties there. He's not the strongest laner, but he will, if he gets started, gets up maybe an Orchid, maybe a Bloodstone, he'll be able to pretty much do whatever he wants into the mid game, as there is not a lot of lockdown right now on the side of Spicy Mojo Potatoes. They've got a Keeper, Phantom Lancer, Undying, and Brewmaster, so they've got some pretty good early game aggression from the Undying, the Coddle, and the Brewmaster in that early mid game kind of levels 6 through 11 period, where they'll be able to do a lot, make a lot of space for Phantom Lancer. Puck is going to add into that, more team fight, very good off-lane hero, hard to catch. But PL, once he gets big, is pretty much unstoppable. If, given equal farm with any carry, he's pretty much going to win it out. I think Sven can give him some difficulties with Cleave. Anti-Mage Battle Fury maybe can keep up with him. It depends on who has more farm. And well, there you go. We're going to find out. There's the Anti-Mage. So we're going to get to answer the age-old question, who wins, Anti-Mage or Phantom Lancer? That is, of course, an age-old question. Don't question me. Alright then, alright. Getting started, get everyone picking up heroes. It's going to be exciting. Really, the interesting things in this upcoming game are going to be in the laning. We're going to see probably 2 safe lane, tri lane. So Darkseer off lane, Puck off lane. So I think Puck will have. Actually, I can't say that. I don't think either tri lane is going to get very many kills against the off-lane hero. They're both pretty escapable. Alright, let's go take a look at these heroes, introduce some players. Lust on the Anti-Mage, Drifter on the Storm Spirit, Bonak on the Tidehunter, Coray, the captain on this Darkseer, Yizak on the Rubik. Over on the Radiant side, Spicy Mojo Potatoes, we see Zansa rolling, because he's fat, see, because he's a panda, rolling towards the mid lane. Justin on the Coddle, G on the Undying, to Chillax on the Phantom Lancer, and it's always a good time on the Puck. I really hope that that's not after a Carly Rae Jepsen song, because Carly Rae Jepsen is about as annoying as it gets. At any rate, revolt Quelling Blade if you don't be fury. Alright, yeah, no Quelling Blade abuse. I'll explain what this is about really quickly. Phantom Lancer. Plus keyboard is broken, and it's funny. Phantom Lancer with the Quelling Blade. All of his illusions get extra damage from Quelling Blade, which they're not supposed to. I guess, I don't know if it worked in Dota 1 or not, but it's currently working in Dota 2. Short coffee break. It's currently working in Dota 2, and so it allows Phantom Lancer to get a lot more farm than possibly he should. It's arguable whether it's an abuse or just the way it is. So right now, we will see a lot of farming, though. He has, of course, gotten the Quelling Blade. I mean, it's a good item on Phantom Lancer, even without that abuse, bug, glitch, whatever. he doesn't have the biggest base damage. Looks like he's going to go for the Ring of no, he's not. He's going for Tranquil Boots with the Ring of Protection. I occasionally go. You could possibly go Ring of Aquila, go for a little bit more mid-game PL, give him a Diffusal Blade instead of a Radiance. But at any rate, that Ring of Protection will get him a little bit of a better start here. We do see that the Darkseer is going to do this Darkseer thing, go jungle for a little bit before he heads to the off lane. Give himself another level or two really quickly. All he has to do is really clear the small camp twice. He'll be level 2, have Surge, and just be able to go straight in. On top lane, we'll see Puck having not as much of a good time. Hasn't gotten any experience yet. Rubik doing a very good job of chasing him out of the lane, pulling. I don't know what he's doing here. Oh, he's doing the double pull. Alright, cool. No, too late. Okay, they get 2. Meantime, Lust up here is just not having fun either. He's taking a lot of damage from creeps. Does have some tangos, does have a salve, and he's also going for a Tranquil Boots. This, of course, is it's like the new thing to do. If you're a carry player, you go and you get Tranquil Boots so that you can heal yourself up in the process of laning and farming and stuff, so that you don't have to. It's like the new Vanguard, really. Like, you used to get Vanguard so that you would have the HP regen. Let me speed through the pause. But that's not the case anymore. Instead, you go for Tranquil Boots, which I guess it's cool. You don't have to farm as much for Lust missing last hits. You don't have to farm as much for Tranquil Boots as you did for a Vanguard, and there's not as much early game aggression, I guess. Well, maybe there is. I'm not exactly sure why people don't build Vanguard anymore, but they don't, and they get Tranquil Boots instead. So I still build Vanguard, but then again, I have a low win rate, so who's gonna talk about what I do? No one wants to know what I do. Anyway, it looks like there's gonna be a gank attempt on the mid lane. 2 dire supports smoked up right now, looking for an opportunity to go in. Zansa's really tanky though. He got that point into Drunken Brawler, point into stats. It looks like. No, he doesn't have a point into stats. Is he just saving a point? I guess he is. Zansa just clapping. He's got a bottle, and he's probably going to be able to control the runes a bit better. Looks like the dire supports are going to wrap around. He sees them. Going to run the other way. He's going to get picked up. This could possibly be your first blood right here. Some damage. Gush as well. Clap thrown down. Not going to be enough. Drifter will get first blood there on the mid lane. Excellent rotation there from the dire supports. And in the meantime, you notice that Zansa was last hitting substantially better than the... Doing this again. Keyboard problems. Alright, go do that. Drifter was getting outlast hit by the Brewmaster, so this is possibly going to give him a chance to get back into the lane. Unfortunately, now he has no mana. May have gotten him. Yeah, he's got an Invisor, so maybe he'll be able to recover it, but he is still a little bit. Could still have some problems. And I mean, Brewmaster is a very strong solo mid hero. Capable of going toe-to-toe with anyone, really. Oh man, he's going to take a lot of damage, actually. Going to have to back off here. Drifter dropping down a lot of nuke damage. Of course, now he's got a couple levels into that overload, meaning that... Actually, Sansa's still out-leveling him. Meaning that he's got a lot of potential for burst damage and harassment. Top lane, Puck, level 3 now, so he's gotten a couple levels. Anti-Mage pushed out the creep wave once. Possibly the result of a faulty pull, possibly the result of a just bad, horrible play on Lust's part. I say that because he's a relatively good friend of mine. We in-house all the time, so I can make fun of him, right? At any rate, yeah, he's gonna continue farming up. He's currently a couple last hits behind the Phantom Lancer. Phantom Lancer's got, of course, didn't even have someone laning against him for a while now. Phantom Lancer does have to deal with the Ion Shell creep. He's just gonna burst it down to get rid of the Ion Shell. Tidehunter's going to disconnect. No pause yet. Waiting for it. Yeah, there's the pause. Going to speed through it again. One more time. Phantom Lancer continuing to have about 4 CS advantage here. Looks like, yeah, he has gone for the Tranquil Boots. Help him heal up and tank the Ion Shell. And looks like I don't think he's going to go Radiance first. That's really not... really not the current build. It's not. You're able to, because illusions are becoming more popular, you're actually, like, Chinchilla Access and even leveled the Doppelwalk yet, because he's in a solo lane. He's against a solo Darkseer, doesn't really need it, not getting ganked. He is, in fact, taking Phantom Edge at level 6, which you never used to do. Got 2 points into Juxtapose already, 3 points into the Spirit Lance. Of course, he's got Coddle with him, giving him mana. As I say this, Coddle gives himself mana. And that's, of course, going to mean that if Darkseer ever does show his face, he's going to get lanced in the face. I mean, it's just the way it works. You get lanced. That's how it works. Kind of sucks. He's going to go ahead and give himself more mana this time, instead of giving it to Chinchilla. I mean, granted, Darkseer's not really showing his face, and really not getting much experience. Only level 4. Or actually, well, Coddle's level 2. Well, now that I talk about it, he's really, I guess, I don't know what's going on then. Like, there's a hero on the map that's missing. Okay. G had decided to rotate to the top lane. He's also level 2, so really low levels on the supports. You take a look at levels here. See that the Radiant supports are really not having a good time. Puck's gotten himself a little bit more room. He's up to level 4 now. He does still have to be careful of the Anti-Mage. He's got the Rubik Lift as well as a Gush, so could die despite having a pretty good escape mechanism. Unfortunately, I don't know. Okay, whatever. I'm not going to question. So, but he's a similar level to the Darkseer. So I guess they're pretty even. Puck's, of course, Puck on your long lane. It's going to do more for you in the mid game than a Darkseer will do, but Darkseer will do more as the game gets later. Oh no, Zansa's going to get pulled. He's just going to go ahead and ult. Tries to drop the boulder, gets dodged by a very excellently timed ultimate burst from the Storm Spirit. So Panda ult a little bit wasted. It's just going to back off, and Zansa's going to go back to base, it looks like. Yeah, he's going to go refill his bottle. He's got close to a phase boot, so he's beginning to farm a little bit while his Blink Dagger might be a little bit delayed, because he did give up First Blood, and he hasn't been having the best time since. And if we go ahead and take a look, we see that, well, I guess he still is Outlast hitting. Oh, launch an offensive orb. That might not be a good idea. Another pause. Just Tidehunter disconnects again. Really having connection issues this game. Go ahead, speed past it. Puck should be dead. Lust. Ever the dodge there. Oh, Gush not connecting. Lust coming past the tower, clearing out some creeps, continuing to farm. He's now passed up the Phantom Lancer by about 5 creep kills. So, I mean, it's just a farm off, really. So the most interesting thing right now is creep scores. No one is really... I mean, you can gank a little bit. Panda can kind of get a little bit of team fight going in the mid game, but neither team is really able to shut down the enemy carry. I mean, Phantom Lancer at this point is really hard to shut down. He's got a tower. Oh no! The deny goes down. Coray gets the deny off. He's slowed down. Gonna have to surge out in a minute. Does he have no vacuum back? So there's the surge. Just comes back, gets a couple more last hits. Nonchalantly, you know. Going for the Diffusal Blade. He's gonna get it really freaking soon. Bottom tower under attack by the... Yeah, the siege just goes down. Of course, Phantom Lancer is a relatively good pushing carry. He's got a lot of ability to just push towers, bring them down, because as he spawns illusions clear out creep waves, and as we clear out creep waves, towers become vulnerable. So the rest of the Radiant supports are going to rotate up towards the top lane, possibly looking to slow down this Anti-Mage a little bit. G. Solo kill in the mid lane by the Panda. Didn't use the ultimate for it. I don't really know how he managed that. Gets the kill. At any rate, big engagement up on the top lane. Tidehunter not level 6, but it looks like G's going to go down in the near future. He's sitting pretty low. Going to get ulted by the Anti-Mage for the kill there. Anti-Mage sitting so low. Is he going to go down? Yes, he will go down to actually a zombie. Now it looks like Tidehunter might be next. Puck giving chase. Tidehunter is going to be able to make it away. Rubik is low as well, getting away. And Brewmaster, no! Brewmaster rotates up from the mid lane, picks off the Tidehunter with a clat. Excellent rotation from Zansa. That's kind of funny. He drinks more than I do. Because he's like a fish, and so he drinks. See, I got that. That's funny. And so there's actually very good engagement from the Radiant side. 2 kills, picking off the Anti-Mage, slowing down his farm a little bit, giving the Phantom Lancer a chance to catch up. Phantom Lancer now going to go roll into the jungle. He's sitting about 900 gold from his Diffusal Blade. Oh no, top lane, Anti-Mage comes back in, Puck holding him in place. Storm jumps forward, Puck trying to stay alive. He's going to take one last right click from the Storm Spirit. He's going to fall. G now alone on the top lane against 3 heroes. He's going to have to back off, be defensive. He's got a Tombstone down, but these guys are just going to back off away from the Tombstone. Tombstone, of course, just way too annoying to deal with. G wants to go back in, but he's got to be really careful in doing so. Storm does have a little bit of mana, enough for a Vortex. It's all it really needs. Brewmaster gets a kill, middling against the Rubik again, diving past that tier 1 tower. He's going to get a Darkseer in the face, though. He's just going to ult and say, whatever. You're the one who's going down now. Getting trapped. Darkseer, can he get away? He's low. Stun was already used. Getting kited. Here comes the Storm Spirit in. Panda ult's about to run out. Zansa could be in a little bit of trouble now. Possibly, yeah. But when I say a little bit too aggressive, I mean way too aggressive. He ends up going down to Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit getting some killing spree, ending gold there. Up to 1,000 now for him. Possibly going for that early Bloodstone, possibly going for a number of other things. We'll just have to see what he decides to purchase. Phantom Lancer alone on the bottom lane, pretty much keeping up with the Anti-Mage in terms of farms. It's just a difference of, like, it's pretty much even. Lust, of course, is having a little bit more difficulty. He's getting a lot more pressure from the Radiant. Not able to go up to the creep wave right now. Here come the Dire supports, though. They're jumping in. Tidehunter gets silenced. He's level 6, has the Ravage. It goes down. G looks like he's going to fall. Loba, no, Soul Wave keeping him alive. Anti-Mage ultimate. No, he will fall. But in the meantime, it looks like Tidehunter's going down to the Undying as well. Drifter is low. He's taking some damage. He looks like he might go down here. He doesn't have enough mana. He's going to fall to the Radiant. Now it looks like Rubik might be next. One last right click. We'll get the kill there. Puck getting a lot of experience, up to level 9 now. Anti-Mage forced back. Coddle's here blasting away. Panda sitting in the back lines, no ultimate, just waiting to catch Lust out. Don't know how effective that's going to be, no lockdown. By the way, Lust is taking the Burning build, all stats, 1 point into each. TP gets cancelled by the Tidehunter. Now here comes a TP from the Rubik. Also cancelled. They're just like, forget you, Lust. You're alone. There goes the creep wave to a clap. Lust is going to hide in the trees, blinking away. Fortification to keep this tower up for a little bit. I don't think it's going to survive. Walking in. No, tower will not make it. It falls. Zansa, Puck with the last hit there. He's actually getting a lot of pretty decent farm now. He's got a Mana Boots up as well, 1,300 gold. Have to see what he goes for. Blink Dagger probably will be his first item. Good survivability item. In the meantime, we see 5 Dire heroes coming through, looking to catch someone. I don't think they're going to. Coddle's going to make it out. Undying is going to make it out. Here comes a zip down. Actually, they're going to go onto the Coddle. Slow down. Where's the Vortex? There it is. I don't think this Coddle's long for life. G attempted to come back in for the heal. He's not going to be in time. Now he could be the one in trouble. Zip forward from the Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit has no mana, though. Here comes Zansa. Zansa, no ultimate, but there's a Tombstone. This could go badly for the Dire. They might have been a little bit too aggressive here. G going, they're not picking a target, though. Storm Spirit has just enough for a zip, bottling up, trying to zip. Yeah, he's going to zip up to the high ground. He should be fine now. G and Zansa are both melee heroes. We'll have to back off. Meantime, Chinchillix has been farming a little bit faster than the Anti-Mage, doing some farming with his illusions as well as his hero, farming the jungle and the lane, picking it up, he's going to get items very quickly. He does have that Diffusal Blade now, so his illusions are not only tanky with the armor, they also do a lot more damage, attack more quickly, and spawn more illusions. So he's going to continue to farm very quickly. 13-minute Diffusal Blade is pretty freaking sweet. Anti-Mage not quite to the Battle Fury yet. He's about 600 gold away from that Battle Fury, so a little bit behind. Not quite at the same point the Phantom Lancer is. Of course, he has been pressured a lot more. Now he's falling 20 last hits behind, so it's we're gonna have to wait and see what happens. Who can really pick it up into the late game? Now it looks like Phantom Lancer's getting the pressure now. Here comes the Storm Spirit as well as the Tidehunter and the Darkseer pushing him out of the lane. Of course he's just gonna go into the jungle. Say whatever, peeps. I'm just gonna go farm by myself. Y'all are lame anyway. Go into the jungle, spawn some illusions, send the illusions back into the lane, and then continue farming the jungle. I mean, it's very easy to farm as a Phantom Lancer. He's just like, whatever, guys. Anti-Mage is going to get a solo kill. Can keep her with the light on the top lane. In the meantime, in the mid lane, there's big engagement. Puck is going to fall, but it looks like Zansa's also going to pick off the Tidehunter. Darkseer looking really low, trying to get out. A couple creep right clicks. No, he's going to TP out. Undying falls as well. Zansa's now alone. He's going to have to TP out. Has a regen rune. I don't know if he's thinking about it. Thinking really hard, and then he's like, no, I'll think better of it. In the meantime, Anti-Mage is going to push this top tier 1 tower. Last hit. Yeah, he will get the last hit there. Pretty good goal. This means he does have a Battle Fury. Just needs to go pick it up. Might even go to the Radiant Secret Shop for it after he finishes off this creep wave. That's exactly what he's going to do. He can blink right in. No big deal. He's going to walk in, blink out probably. It's a little safer, yeah. Meantime, looks like Chinchillax again getting a lot of trouble on the bottom lane, getting pushed back a little bit. Anti-Mage in the meantime has caught back up on creep kills. Chinchillax gonna heal himself up with the Tranquil Boots, go right back to farming. Doesn't really care. He's like, whatevs, I got this, guys. Spawn some illusions, send them back into lane, and just be like, whatever. Or no, he might actually go back into lane. He's just gonna go farm. Doesn't matter. Just gonna farm the jungle more efficiently with lots of illusions. It doesn't matter. He can do whatever he wants, right? Can you go ahead and look down at the bottom lane? We see that Darkseer doing his best to push out the lane, keep Phantom Lancer from pressuring the tier 2 tower, because Phantom Lancer is going to take all of your towers if you don't keep him from doing it. Of course, he's going to get all the last hits in doing so. Again, just catching up to the Anti-Mage really quickly. Brewmaster taking that tier 1 middle tower with the help of the rest of his team. Looks like they're going to rotate down towards the bottom lane. Haste Rune picked up by the Brewmaster. See if they can pick up this Anti-Mage. Of course, they really don't have that much lockdown. Anti-Mage has a TP scroll, so he's going to go ahead and try to... Yeah, he's just going to blink into the woods and try and TP out, probably. May or may not... Yeah, I think he's going to be able to get it. I don't know if they know he's there, and I don't think they have anything that clears out trees. I don't know if Tombstone clears out trees. Anti-Mage is going to TP out to the bottom lane. Meanwhile, we're going to see a push onto the mid lane here. We see Tidehunter coming in. He's going to get slowed down by the Brewmaster, Drunken Haze. Also going to see Decay getting spam, you know, general stuff. Getting a couple of Decay spats. You see Brewmaster canceling his clap. Didn't need it. He does have his Blink Dagger now, so he will be able to initiate pretty effectively. So, both teams, except for the carries, kind of clumping in the mid lane. Phantom Lancer farming lanes and jungle with his illusions. No big deal. He's up to 3,200 gold. Anti-Mage up to 1,100 with a Vladimir's Offering recipe. So he's actually going for the Vlads. Some lifesteal, give him more survivability on top of... He had the Tranquil Boots parts to make it very quickly. So he's going to get that a little bit more early game utility. Here comes the Phantom Lancer. Of course, his illusions just get cleaved apart, but he, of course, does a lot of damage. So Anti-Mage actually getting the better of this fight. He's actually going to get the kill. Phantom Lancer tried to man-fight it, couldn't stand up to the Battle Fury. Unfortunate there. I don't know exactly what he was trying to do. Probably if he'd gone invisible, launched a nuke again, he might have been able to. There are only one level of Spell Shield up onto the Anti-Mage. 3 points into Blink, so not the best at escaping if he got jumped by the Radiant team. However, it looks like right now there's a big team fight on the mid lane. Tidehunter used the Ravage already. It's down. Brewmaster getting a kill. He's got his Pandas up. Keeper killing the Darkseer. Now Panda continuing to chase. No more stuns. Anti-Mage is going to get the tier 1 tower on the bottom lane. It looks like the tier 2 mid is going to fall right now. 4 Radiant Heroes still alive, taking this one out. Coddle Blasts as well. Just clearing up. I believe this tier 2 middle tower will fall. Darkseer down for another 10. Rubik down for another 2. Without them, we're going to see a TP in from the Storm Spirit. He's going to get immediately clapped up. Silence. This could be bad. Possibly go down. He's so low. No, he will be able to make it out just in time. Go back to focusing on the tower. Coddle Blast going to go off. Only hitting the Tidehunter, not picking off the hero that he wanted to. Of course, Coddle is low now. Anti-Mage just pushing the bottom tower. Doesn't really care. Just beating on people. He's going to get TP behind him from the Brewmaster. Brewmaster just going to clap, then back off. Brewmaster a little bit stronger in the early game than the Phantom Lancer was. Phantom Lancer goes to the top lane. He's going to go ahead and farm. He's got a Reaver up. So his illusions are about to get really freaking tank. Despite the fact that he died, he still has more farm than the Anti-Mage. You go into the jungle, just pick up some illusions here, send them up to the lane, farm both places at once. It's all good. It doesn't matter. Not OP or anything. Anti-Mage is going to get an illusion, so some extra free mana burn. He's going to use that to go farm some ancients. A big ancient stack, actually. This is going to get him a lot of gold. He could actually, we're taking a look at net worth right now. We see that Anti-Mage is actually a little bit ahead of the Phantom Lancer right now. Not by much. It's only about 800 gold. But this is going to kick him up probably even further. Yeah, it kicks him up to almost 1200 gold. He's going to go right into the Radiant Jungle, farm it up here. Haste Rune on the bottom lane. No one there to see it at the moment. Looks like PL's going to TP out. Not finding enough room on the top lane. He's getting pretty close to that heart. Only about 1,000 gold away right now. So the tankiness is going to continue. Puck gets a Blink Dagger, so continuing to farm pretty well. We take a look at levels. Actually, net worth, somehow Anti-Mage just took a jump above the Anti-Mage, just because I think his items on the courier in the stash or something like that. He bought a Yasha. That's where he spent his gold. Yeah, he's back up. Apparently when gonna go ahead and blink out. Anti-Mage just gonna blink TP immediately. Not able to find Zansa. Guesses the wrong spot to go find him. Of course, they don't really have the Radiant. Don't really have anything to cancel a TP except a Puck ultimate and a Zansa and a Brewmaster ultimate. So I mean, yeah, you would totally drop either of those to get a kill on an Anti-Mage, but neither of those are really going to be quick enough to prevent him from TPing. So we will see him getting out just fine. He has only died once so far. So granted, so is Chinchalax. He's up. Look at, again, we see last hits that the Anti-Mage is now ahead. Went back up to top lane, started to get some free farm. He's getting pretty scary right now with that Yasha. Getting a Mantis very near future. He's going to be able to pretty much solo. It's not like you can send one hero against him. He can probably solo them. He's pretty strong right now. He's already, I want to say, in full swing. Able to pretty much solo anyone with that lifesteal. Looks like the mid-tier 1 tower is going to fall. Lust is going to go ahead, roll on in. Last hit that one up for some extra gold. Go straight onto the tier 2 tower in the middle lane. In the meantime, Phantom Lancer is getting ganked in the jungle. He's just going to invis his way out. Be like, peace out, bros. Going to get recalled out to the top lane, actually. So it looks like Radiant want to just go in on this top lane, push out the racks, possibly, if they can. They're going to get the tier 2 tower at any rate. The Dire are not in any position to stop this. Phantom Lancer's just like, whatevs, I can take this. I believe he does have his Heart of Taras. Yeah, Heart is finished. It's on the courier. Hasterin up on the Brewmaster for reasons unknown. He's going to go defend his own racks. I mean, Phantom Lancer can push this out by himself without any help. He's just going to see a lot of pushing. TP's back in mass from the Dire. We might see a big team fight here. Ravage is up, but he's low health. He's going to take even more damage coming. He's going to haste, surged in, going to get the Ravage off, but he's barely alive at this point. Silence down on the Phantom Lancer coming from an Orchid. Of course, that's from the Storm Spirit. TP in from the Anti-Mage, looking to clean things up here. He might be a little late, 2 dead already. Anti-Mage coming in, but he's by himself. Rubik low in the jungle. No, G is going to go down, of course, picking up the Darkseer before he does die. Chinchalax is low. Here comes Zansa back in. Use the Haste Rune to get back up top after he defended bottom. Still with that Panda ultimate up. And that might be the end of the engagement. Anti-Mage getting that Manta style. Looks like pressure is going to continue to come from the Radiant. They're just going to keep pressuring until it's over. I believe that's Clap stolen by... No, it's Drunken Haze stolen. That could actually be pretty good if you give it to the Phantom Lancer. At any rate, Lust is just going to go farm in the jungle, but he might run into the entire Radiant team. I hope he has a blink up, because otherwise he could really have some problems here. He's going to blink out. Panda ultimate gets dropped, but here comes the Storm Sphere jumping in. He's going to get silenced. Can he get stunned up? No, Chinchalax so low. He might go down here. One more hit. No, he's going to invis. He's going to back out. Looks like he'll survive. Puck getting a little low. Yeah, he's going to fall to the Storm Spirit. Panda trying to do some work in his ultimate, but now he's out. No, he's going to blink. Got some mana, getting away. Looks like Lust is chasing. Can he make it out? No, Zansa getting low. Got a couple seconds left on the Blink Dagger. Slowed down is Lust. I think Diffusal Blade Charge actually used on him by the Phantom Lancer. Phantom Lancer throwing in some illusions, trying to do some work in the background. Of course, Phantom Lancer might be in trouble now. He's going to invis, get away. Zansa, in fact, is probably going to escape as well. He's going to get recalled by the Coddle. Anti-Mage not quite able to kill him. PL continuing to just bother people in the jungle. He's actually going to TP bottom. Get some more farm up. We do see that Anti-Mage is ahead now in terms of last hits. He's just going to go straight down this top lane. Of course, Panda ultimate is down now. Rest of the rating heroes are up, so he can't be quite as aggressive as he wants to, but he will be able to put some pressure on the tower. He's got 1,000 gold now. Probably looking to get his next item in the near future. I'm guessing probably an MKB to go through the Panda evasion, which of course is absolutely infuriating when you're trying to last hit things. I think you can mana split out of it though. I'm not entirely sure whether you can mana split out of it or not. I don't remember. Anyway, Phantom Lancer continue farming off the bottom lane. He farms so quickly. Diffusal Blade Heart, probably going for possibly a Manta style next, possibly a Butterfly. Either one is going to be a good item. Anti-Mage is going to run into the whole Radiant team. He's just going to go straight in onto G, kill him really quickly. Stormsphere jumps in as well. Coddle Blast, slowing people down a little bit. Zansa's low, no ultimate for him. He's going to fall as well. 2 dead so far. Puck ult going to slow everyone else down. Looks like Puck and Coddle might make it out. Anti-Mage blinking forward. He's going to just really quickly burst down the Coddle. No mech's going to keep him alive. Coddle will survive. In the meantime, Phantom Lancer pushing the bottom lane out. Going to put some pressure onto the racks if the Dire don't come and defend. And you know, he's going to back off. Doesn't feel safe. Anti-Mage, of course, can just come in at any point in time. Anti-Mage is going to farm up this top lane, push the tower a little bit. TP in from Phantom Lancer is going to force him back off. Neither one, I don't think either of these guys really want to man fight. Well, maybe Phantom Lancer does. He's going to go right click. Too many illusions. Can Anti-Mage handle it? No, he can. He's going to get forced back. Phantom Lancer winning the man fight for now. So I guess that's Anti-Mage 1, Phantom Lancer 1 in terms of man fights. I don't think either of them really wants to fight. Oh, Chisuk's going to run into the whole enemy team. He's just he's going to be like, nope, I'm leaving. Peace out. Peace, love, chicken grease. You guys suck. Go ahead and just throw that illusion. No big deal. Looks like Coddle going to channel some blasts here. Slow down the tier 2 push. Of course, there's no creep wave. Phantom Lancer is pushing that creep wave just with illusions. And he's still farming. It's like he's back here team fighting and farming at the same time. Is that fair? No, that's not fair. But we do it anyway. It's fine. Just send those illusions forward. Continue to push out the lane. The whole Dire team has to retreat and take care of the illusions. In the meantime, Chinchalax just goes to the middle lane and farms that. He has not quite caught up with the Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage, of course, has gone to the bottom lane and is farming it up there. He's ahead by about 30 last hits at the moment. Chinchalax hasn't really been able to keep up since that push on the top lane. Anti-Mage, of course, got a little bit ahead in that period of time. Chinchalax going to be rotating, possibly going to go take out these Ancients up here. Yeah, he's going to go farm up some Ancients. Getting pretty close to a Butterfly. He's only about 2,000 gold away from that. Anti-Mage 3,500 gold up on him. We'll have to see what he goes for next. Zansa is going to TP in just to keep him from farming, pushing this tower. Chinchalax is going to farm it up, get a bunch of illusions, send the illusions into a lane, and use them to farm, and then go farm somewhere else. Anti-Mage is going to farm up the enemy jungle in the meantime. And Zansa going to farm the creep camp next to him, just, you know, like roommates. Doesn't really matter. Neighbors. No big deal. Anti-Mage jumps back in. A nicely stacked creep camp. Coray doing some work here. Stacking up the Ancients for him. He's going to steal some experience also. Gets back in the game. 4,000 gold up onto the Anti-Mage. And we see 1,400 gold onto the Phantom Lancer. He goes and picks up the Talisman of Evasion first. Good item against the Anti-Mage. It's going to make all of his illusions have the mischance as well. So it's going to be pretty hard to bring down by anyone on the Dire squad. The right click. Anti-Mage is going to go in, pops that Manta style. Juan's going to give Zansa enough mana for his ultimate. Does he want to go back in? I think he does. Yeah, he is going to drop that ultimate, throw it down, probably going onto the Storm Spirit. No, the boulder dodged again. Now it looks like Rubik might be the target. Coray getting low here on that Darkseer. G doing a lot of work as the Undying. Of course, those illusions doing so much. Brewmaster going to pick off the Tidehunter. Looks like Darkseer is going to TP out, be alright, and that might be the end of this engagement. Drifter trying to make it out. Oh no, not quick enough with the silence. Puck chasing, continuing to chase. Looks like in the meantime, Phantom Lancer is just like, I'm gonna push your towers, peeps. Now he's gonna go another man fight version 2.0. Lust is gonna get a little bit the worst of it. Oh no, Chinchax, you're visible. Back off, bro. He could get pulled in. No mana. There's a vacuum back. It's 2v3. Here's G to help out. Of course, Phantom Lancer's just like, whatever, I got this. You think you can take me? No, you can't. Coray looking really low. He gets purged of his surge. He's gonna go down. Looks like the next target might be the Storm Spirit getting chased by the Phantom Lancer. He's gonna go down as well. Double kill up on him. Launches an illusion, and this illusion might solo kill. No, Phantom Lancer being a little bit too reckless, chasing a little bit too much. Go back and focus the tower, man. You don't need to kill the enemy heroes. You need to kill the enemy tower. Storm Spirit coming back in. He's just going to take a lance to the face. No big deal. Looks like this tower will fall. Lust trying to come in and do some work. He's doing a lot of damage to the Undying. Undying going to fall in the end here. Getting a double kill just with the mana. Brewmaster, of course, in the meantime, going to pick off the Storm Spirit in the back lines. Chinchillux wants to chase the Anti-Mage, but he's going to go back in. Try and focus on the racks. Do a little bit of damage to that. TP back in from the darks here. Looks like Zansa's getting low. Puck going to get picked off by the Anti-Mage. Triple kill up on Lust. And there goes the Brewmaster as well. Chinchillux going to be the only survivor. He's going to make it out. TP down to the bottom lane and farm it up some more. He's strong, but unfortunately, Lust is getting the kills. Take a look at kills, death, assist. We see that while Phantom Lancer is keeping up in terms of farm, he's got a quarter of the kills of the Anti-Mage, and as a result, you take a look at net worth, and it's 4,000 gold in the favor of the Anti-Mage. So, I think even with a little slightly unequal farm, Phantom Lancer is able to man-fight it out with the Anti-Mage and take him one-on-one with a little bit of a farm disadvantage. They might even run into each other in the jungle here. But I mean, he's not farming quite as quickly, not getting as many kills. A little bit unfortunate. Oh, this courier backs off at exactly the right moment. Lust is going to blink in, get an illusion rune. That was a very ballsy play by him. Run straight up to the Phantom Lancer. But in the meantime, looks like Phantom Lancer is going to go back to farming it up. Both content to kind of farm, play relatively passively. Level 23 on the Anti-Mage and level 18 on the Phantom Lancer. That, of course, comes from the kills and a little bit of the creep waves. We see Monkey King War being the next item on the Anti-Mage. It's going to mean that he's able to... It's going to mean that even now that Phantom Lancer has the Talisman Evasion, and once he finishes the Butterfly, Anti-Mage will still be able to right-click down those illusions, and moreover, that Drunken Haste is no longer going to be the bane of his existence. Looks like Push is going to go a little bit onto the mid lane from the Radiant side. They're going to go... Oh, here's a... Okay. Just a regen rune. It's important shit, man. Gotta get that regen rune up. He's just going to go ahead. Flies across the map for a regen rune. No big deal. He can do it. He's a Storm Spirit. Looks like Anti-Mage is going to go solo the Roshan. He can do this, of course. He's just like, whatever, Roshan. What a scrub. I can take him. I'm just going to right-click it down. No Basher, actually, this game. I kind of was expecting him to get a Basher because I thought he would want to go for a little bit more of a man-fighting build up against the PL. Instead, it looks like he's gone for a bit more of a general kick-ass build. Chinchillux with the Horde of Illusions pushing out the top lane. He's going to go get a TP scroll for himself, probably TP somewhere else, and send his Illusions on forward into the lane to continue pushing. No, he's going to go along into the lane himself. Continue to farm up, amass some new Illusions, and then continue to farm out every lane, just about. Probably send those Illusions forward and then TP forward. Oh, Storm's just going to jump in and try to take them down, but I don't think Storm can really take the Illusions. The Illusions will probably kick his ass. Just one of those things. More Illusions coming in, of course, all the time. Rubik, of course, devoting 2 heroes to slowing down these Phantom Lancer Illusions. And what's he doing? He's in the jungle, sending more. No big deal. Just gonna go find themselves a Storm Spirit. In the meantime, looks like Lust is continuing to pressure this bottom lane. He's up to now, take a look at last hits, he's up to 323, Phantom Lancer only 277, so 50 last hits now in the favor of the Anti-Mage. Of course, that Battle Fury means he farms the creep waves a little quicker, but he can't quite farm everything. So Phantom Lancer possibly not using his full potential to farm absolutely everything. He is, I mean, he's doing a lot. He's done a lot of work throughout this game. He's got a Butterfly now, possibly looking to get another tier 4 item. Like, if he can get up like a Manta style would be pretty good as well. Spawn some more illusions. Crits are never bad because your illusions will do crits, which get them less DCs, getting some lag. I'm gonna speed through this part. Speed. Pauses are boring. I don't want to watch pauses. I don't want to watch Dota. Yeah, so illusions do get crits, so that will of course cause them to do a lot more damage. Of course, they do a lot of damage right now. They do, I think, what is it? They do 25% damage, so they do a quarter of this without the 30, so they do about 50 damage right now. Do about 50 damage each, but with a crit, they're doing up to 100 damage each, and there's like 8 of them. So it's a lot of damage, very hard to take down too, because they've got evasion and a heart and tons of HP, even though they take 3x damage. See, look, he's throwing a lance at the Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit slowed down, and he's just like, dang, I can't take this illusion. Shit, it's gonna kick my ass. Meantime, it looks like Lust is getting chased by 4 heroes in the bottom lane. He's gonna get decayed. G, of course, he's a level 12 Undying up against level 25 Anti-Mage. He's not exactly gonna handle it very well. He will, however, be able to slow him down a little bit. Looks like Storm Spirit's actually gonna pick off the puck. Now it looks like Zansa's gonna try to. He's going to blink out. He'll be alright. Getting chased by the Anti-Mage, not going to be very successful. In the meantime, Chinchillak's going to push out the mid lane with those illusions. And again, if you don't stop him, he's going to take a Rax. He can do that. This illusion should spawn an illusion. No, it's not going to. He's got much more coming from the Ancient Camp. Anti-Mage is going to take the bottom tier 2 tower and start just pressuring this Rax all the time. He might not even team fight. He's just going to come here and bother people. He's actually going to get... He's just not even... focusing heroes. Now he might have to. Here comes Chinchillak. He's going to go ahead, drop a Purge Blade. I don't think they're going to be able to catch him, though. He's going to get Blink right now. Yeah, 5-second cooldown. A little bit too OP. He's going to back off. Still up by about 50 last hits over the Phantom Lancer. So, both of them sitting around Lust at 10, Phantom Lancer at 9 per minute. So, tons of last hitting power. Looking at buyback. Everyone's got buyback. Cool. Gold per minute. A little bit in the Anti-Mage's favor, but Chinchillak also has a pretty freaking high gold per minute as well. Both of them 530 and 680. Very respectable numbers. Net worth, there's about a 5,000 gold lead on the Anti-Mage. That's really where the game is going to sit. Both teams have taken all the exterior towers. There's, of course, a tier 3 tower taken by the Radiant, but that doesn't really do much. If they could have gotten a Rax, this would be a lot less even. But because of that, it is pretty even right now. Let's go ahead and push out that lane. We see XP per minute, of course. Lust is on the top of that. And the Radiant supports really aren't doing well, but neither are the Dire. Pretty even in that regard. And I mean, it's really just, it's the farm fest. Whoever can get the most farm. Phantom Lancer might actually get picked off right here. He's getting caught out, silenced, taking a lot of damage. The rest of the Radiant aren't able to get there in time. Phantom Lancer will go down. It's his second death this game. I mean, he just didn't know the Dire were there. I think they were smoked up. Can I continue seeing? Lust is going to push out now. Going to start pressuring this without Phantom Lancer up. Phantom Lancer, of course, does have buyback, so he probably will buy back in the near future. He doesn't want to because he wants to save up. Yeah, but he will have to buy back just to force the Dire back. Gets a second Diffusal Blade recipe. Doing a little bit more mana burn, a little bit more agility going his way now. What is a level 2? It's, yeah, extra 10 intelligence, okay. And an extra higher mana burn for some more damage, especially more illusion damage, because all those illusions have the feedback orb. Coffee's important stuff. There's going to be a kind of a siege now, slow siege. Anti-Mage just continuing to push every lane, and also just taking out anyone who tries to slow down his push of every single lane. Chinchillak, of course, is going to try to push things out with his illusions. Unfortunately, at this point, Anti-Mage now with... He's got bots as well as an Aegis. I mean, they're not going to be able to take him down. And if they do, he's going to come right back and be just as hard to take down. He's going to be able to cleave through the illusions pretty quickly, doing 300 damage with, what is it, 35% cleave? Yeah, 35% cleave. It's going to make it very difficult for Phantom Lancer's illusions to survive. He's going to spawn a lot of illusions, though. So he will be able to push out a little bit. He's going to basically, what's going to happen here is the Dire squad are just going to stop Phantom Lancer's push, and then with the rest TP Lust TPing top lane. Alright, going to push out the top lane. Bottom lane already pushed all the way to the tower. Of course, this is going to allow some of the Radiant team to get a little bit more experience, a little bit more gold, because the Dire aren't as able. They've got more map control, but they're not. I think they're clumping up to stop the Phantom Lancer push. Phantom Lancer continuing to push this lane himself, driving the lane back out. Going to head up to the top lane where Zansa's trying to man fight it out against Lust. I don't know if that's going to go too well for him. Yeah, he's actually just going to fall here. Lust, of course, just a little bit too strong. Chinchillux wants to come in and man fight it out again. Unfortunately, the rest of the Dire team is there, so it's not going to be mano a mano. Lust not exactly playing by the man fight rules. Chinchillux going to send his illusions forward. Again, Anti-Mage picks up a Battle Fury now. I'm sorry, Butterfly. Wrong. B-Fury, B-Fly. Getting a little bit confused there. Phantom Lancer up to 2,700 gold. He's going to get pretty close to a Manta style. I'm guessing that's going to be his next item. It would be what I would buy in his position. He's just going to go in, throw an illusion at the Storm Spirit, pop more illusions, and then associated, of course, with Hasterin, so he's not in any danger from illusions. But of course, he can't really do anything to stop them either. Lust's going to go back to the bottom lane, continue pushing this lane out, clearing out creep waves, and just being way too sticky to speed up. And I really think part of the problem that the Radiant are experiencing right now is that they do not have any lockdown. Maybe Puck, he's got 2,800 gold. If he can get a sheep stick, they might be able to hold this Anti-Mage in place long enough to actually kill him. Unfortunately, it's not. I don't think they're going to be able to. He's going to go ahead. Lust, of course, just going to keep farming. Got an ancient stack that he's going to clear out. He's up to 4,000 gold now, and I don't think he needs any more gold. He might sell that Vlad's for a different item. Again, Abysmal Blade might not be that bad. I mean, it's an excellent item. It's not abysmal, but it's just fun to call it that, right? He's going to continue pushing, and there's really nothing they can do to stop him because they don't have a lockdown. He's just going to go right in on G before G can even respond. He's going to get bursted down, 4-hit kills. Zansa going to come in as well, but Lust is just going to blink out now instead of going 1v3. Phantom Lancer pushing out the top lane with his illusions. They'll probably get pretty far unless someone dedicates attention to stopping them. Continue sending those illusions forward, pushing out lanes, continuing to get farm. He's up to 3,700 gold now. So he's getting pretty close to a Manta style or a Daedalus, whichever he wants to go for. Anyway, solo pushing out the bottom lane, takes the tier 3 tower, and takes a Rax also. And here comes the PL, but Anti-Mage doesn't even want to man fight it out. He's just gonna Drifter jumping in on the mid lane. In the meantime, he's gonna go ahead and drop the Puck pretty quickly. Gonna get lanced up, surged back out, BKB up. He's gonna make it out just fine. In the meantime, Anti-Mage is just gonna focus Raxes and not heroes. Panda ult gets dropped, but Anti-Mage is just gonna burst down all the pandas. Silence Puck ult on 3. Looks like this could start going the way of the Radiant, but Anti-Mage is just like, whatever guys, I'm just gonna go push. You guys can team fight without me. They've lost 2 heroes so far. Buyback on somebody bought back. Oh no, not gonna make it out. He's gonna get something cancelled. I don't know what canceled his TP there. Looks like Lust is gonna he's gonna try it. He might actually go down here. He's sitting low. Getting chased. He's got to blink in just a couple seconds. Can he blink out? Yeah, he will be able to blink out. He will survive this. Gets hit. He's gonna go ahead and just burst down that illusion really quickly. Chinchillux is going to go ahead and continue pushing out the lane as much as he can. Of course, they did lose that bottom Rax, meaning that it's going to be a lot harder for them to push out. There's always going to be that pressure. Anti-Mage, of course, will make sure that this bottom Rax stays pushed all of the time. Anti-Mage is going to continue farming it up. He's got 7,000 gold, so if he wanted a different item instead of the Vlads, he could have bought it by now. Maybe he just doesn't want it. He's farming, not for this game anymore, just farming for the next couple games that he's going to play. Right, that's totally fine. He's allowed to do that. Chinchillux can go and take a Roche, see if he can get an Aegis for himself. Unfortunately, although he's proccing illusions, those illusions don't help him tank Roshan, so Phantom Lancer not the best solo Roche hero, but he's got the right click of power to do it. Got some zombies to help him tank and do some more damage. Cuddle Blast gonna get launched. Darkseer picking up a sheep stick, Puck gets a Dagon. I don't know if that's the best item at this point. That 400 burst damage, not the best at this point in the game. Chinchillak's TPing back, trying to take out the Anti-Mage. Unfortunately, the silence comes a little bit late. Panda looking to chase, not quite able to get there. Phantom Lancer gets the Mana Style, so he's sitting pretty farmed right now. Got an Aegis as well, so he can be pretty fearless coming into a team fight. But I don't think the Dire want a team fight. They're just going to come and do exactly what they did before. Fake the team fight while Lust solo pushes Rax. And I mean, it's all they really need to do. They don't need to force team fights. They don't need to do anything. All they need to do is just take Rax. It's not about killing heroes, it's about killing towers. So Lust is just going to jump in, take a building for free gold. Of course, Zansa goes ahead and throws the Drunken Haze. It does do the slow, even though the mischance is no longer applicable because Anti-Mage has that Monkey King bar. Here goes Zansa jumping in with the Panda ultimate. Stun up on the Tidehunter. Puck ult as well. Ravage will drop, but looks like Tidehunter will die anyway. There's a big wall going down. Anti-Mage is going to come in, kill the Coddle. Looks like Drifter trying to make it out. Looks like he will escape, as will everyone else. Unfortunately, mid-Rax has gone down to the Anti-Mage, and now Anti-Mage is taking the 2-4 tower, takes out the top Rax as well, and then he just goes right back in, tries to take out the Undying, not quite able to finish off that kill. He's going to go in and take out Zansa. Now it's going to be Chinchillak's one-on-one. Here's the man fight again. No, Lust doesn't want a man fight. He's just going straight to the tower. He's going to get the tower. He'll fall, but he gets the Mega Creeps. Doesn't matter. It was worth it. That might be game. Coddle buys back. Chinchillax, of course, can solo man push all the way down the mid lane, all the way straight to the Dire throne and take it while his team defends. He can do that all by himself. He's got the farm. He's got the right hero for it. Even against Mega Creeps, they can't slow him down. Unfortunately, though, he's going to have a lot of difficulty as the Anti-Mage is alive. The whole Dire team is alive. He's just going to have to do it. He's going to go. He's going to try it, trooping down the middle lane. He's got the Aegis as well, so he can try this. He's going to go for it. Really, there's no point. They can't defend anymore. This could come down to a base race if they try. Just bots up on the Coddle or bots up on the Coddle. No, they are not. Doesn't have the gold. Has some mana boots instead. Phantom Lancer continuing to push this out. He just has to go. Not care. No one else on the enemy team can solo him. He's just going to have to go. Yeah, he's going to drop it. I think he's even still strong enough to take out the Anti-Mage one-on-one if that were to happen. I don't know if it's going to happen, though. He's going to continue pushing. We see Puck coming up to join him. Coddle solo defending at the moment. Chinchillax trying to defend. Storm's just going to jump away. He's going to get silenced, but no, he's just going to get bursted down. Chinchillax way too strong. Buys back. Trying to do everything he can just to keep these illusions from spawning. Unfortunately, it might not happen. They're going straight. Skipping the Rax, going straight for the throne. No, he's chasing heroes. Don't chase the heroes. Go for the throne. What are you doing? Stop attacking. Lust is attacking your base. You're losing your own base towers. Skip the heroes. Go for the throne, man. Come on. He's not going to do it. He's going to back off. Now he's going to go throw one more lance. Go straight back to throne. No, attacking the wrong target. But in the meantime, Lust is just doing too much damage to your base. He's getting it slowed down. Panda ultimate used to do as much damage to him as possible and slow him down as much as possible. Throw lives in his way. Throw everything. Keep him from doing damage. Unfortunately, he's just going to right-click down this tower way too quickly. There's nothing they can do. Despite all the kills that Phantom Lancer is getting, it's not enough. That's it. Lust takes down the throne, and that is your GG, guys. So, excellent play by both teams. Some very cool farming to watch. So I hope you guys enjoyed the game. This was the Sexy Satyrs versus Sexy Mojo Potatoes from eFluxGaming.com's Dota 2 Arena. Thanks for watching, guys. This is Kingdom bringing you some more North American Clan War Dota. So if you like this stuff, follow, subscribe, like the Facebook page because it needs some love. And thanks for watching, guys. This is Kingdom signing out. GG's.